Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are back on Brook. I'm in the process of unloading this trailer that we've brought back from the shop. I had to drive the Manitou all the way back to unload these fertilizers. Wish the shop wasn't so dang far away. We probably could put some placeables in at some point to kind of take care of the situation where we have to drive so far to get here. Just get some, like... The pallets do save you money. Oh, come on. As long as I buy normal pallets, I won't have to keep taking this guy down there. But these bigger pallets flip the lift truck over. These are mod pallets, by the way. The only thing I don't like about all of that is that... Whoa, wait a minute. Did I lease a set? Ooh, oops. The only thing I don't like about this whole thing is the fact that I have to bring this down to lift these larger ones, is because in real life, forklifts are really heavy. Like, they're heavier than this pallet. And I have... I was working at a job this past week at a John Deere equipment dealer, and they had to move a trailer that had no tractor attached to it. It was just a trailer. The guy went out there with a forklift, same size as the one we have at the shop, put the forks under the front of the trailer and just lifted it up off the ground and moved it so that I could take the photographs. And the lift truck didn't have any issues moving the trailer at all. Now, the trailer was loaded, but it was not like fully loaded. So I don't know. It probably could not have lifted it if it was fully loaded. But still, the point was it lifted thousands of pounds and just moved it without even taking a second thought. And the fact that you can't do that with the front loader in this game kind of sucks, because I don't know. I mean, it lifts everything it's supposed to lift in-game, like default, but it kind of sucks when you have something that's... This is not that much heavier than the standard pallets, but it's enough. I really don't like this Manitou, because as soon as you let go of the steering, it snaps back, which makes it really hard to... Oh, no, we're going to lose it. This kind of stuff. Really? Welcome to Farm Sim Physics. I swear to God, I spend more time trying to get things on and off forks than I do anything else in this game. Nope, come on, just... Oh, for crying out loud. Once it goes under, it's not going to work. So you have to get it right perfect. There we go. I mean, you do in real life too, but... Anyway. So the sun's going down on our farm. Nighttime has set in, and we are started the evening off with $2,000. We're now up to $248,000 thanks to the silage exploit on this map. So we're going to look the ways to invest that. We definitely want to grow the farm. Eventually we want to get a larger harvester. And possibly pick up... let's see, what do we have for sowing? I mean, I got enough for another smaller field. I still wouldn't be buying a huge field. Like, we don't have the equipment to cover giant fields yet. But maybe... These fields are all huge. Trying to think what would work here. Maybe field 5 or 4. 33 and 34 are too small. 35 is grass. We could expand the grass portion of our farm, but like I said, I do want to get into some regular farming, so... I need some eye drops here. My allergies have been going crazy with the spring popping here. You can hear my voice is I'm all congested, and My eyeballs are just burning. I'm having a hard time even seeing what I'm doing. Let's pack this in here. And that's in. And we'll back the pickup truck here, and we'll go to our trailer and go to sleep for the night. Wake up and see what happens to our poor crop. I have a feeling we're going to wake up in the morning and find weeds all over the place, but can't be helped. So let's call it a night on the farm. Let's see. If I get up, let's see, 10 hours of rest. Let's see if it's 1900. I think I need to do 12. We'll try 10. Yep, 5:30 in the morning. That's a good time to wake up. So we're going to walk out and examine our crops. Still pretty early. Sun is starting to come up, though. Pardon me. Type oats are growing. No, we have no weeds yet, so that's good. Our little tiny lime patch there. And we're right back on the grass. Like 3 passes with the harvester and we'll be all set. So we'll let that continue to grow. The grass is still growing. So we'll probably speed up time. Let's see how the cows are doing. Let's check on their health here. I left the gate open overnight. Oops. There, get some food in here. Bale forks. That gate's closed at least. Let's take a look at the cow health here. 70% productivity. They don't have, they have hay, but they don't have, or silage. And water, 54,000 liters. They could use a little bit more water, but they're doing okay. The silage, once it, or the straw will get them up to 80% productivity, which is what we're looking for. We do have an entire milk container to sell. Let's take that to market. Should be able to pull that with the pickup truck. Let's go ahead and grab our pickup. I feel like the color is wrong again, but whatever. Yeah, no, it's good. It's still onyx. Now we got to figure out where to get the milk loaded. I think this is it here, but somewhere in this vicinity. Yep, right there. So we'll fill this up with our 8,000 liters of milk. And make some money from our cows for the first day ever. Let's find out where we're going to sell this at. Milch. Ooh. Milcherverkaufe. Milcherverkauf. Milcherverkauf. Oh, it's pretty close. I'm going the wrong way, though. As usual, I'm exiting the farm out of the wrong exit. So let's go ahead and... There it is up there in the blazing green arrow in the sky. Yeah, this thing's got no problem pulling this trailer. Stopping it, though. I might have just cut somebody off. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. But you want milk with your breakfast? Well, then get out of my way. Oh, I just wrecked. Got distracted while I was driving. Crashed my truck. Let's try this again. I wish all those little lights around the dial there lit up. See how it's got that red ring around the outside of the tanker? I wish that would light up. I didn't realize that didn't. I mean, it's not a big deal, but. And here's the milk station. Really? This is where we sell it? Oh yeah, right here. Deposit milk. Let's sell it. Selling milk. Wonder how much we'll get from this. Probably not a ton, but maybe it looks like $3 a gallon or something like that. For 8,000 liters of milk, we get $22,000. Not too bad. That's not bad. And that we just get that every couple days. So we're getting close to $300,000 here, which is great. Now I'll probably buy some more cows, maybe? I could see investing in $100,000 worth of cows here. We don't really need... I was going to say we could get a farm truck, like a semi-truck, but we don't really need that. No, that's where we sell the bales. I don't know. Farm truck. This should be the only truck we ever need. So a Fendt dealer came to town the other day. He was talking about how great their equipment was. And since we already have all case equipment on the Ohio farm, I've thought about possibly switching this farm over to Fendt when we go to buy our equipment. The only downside is Fendt doesn't offer any harvesters. So we may have to look at other manufacturers for a good harvester. But we'll take a look and see what's available on the market as we get closer to that. But we do need to expand a little bit here. It'll probably be a couple more weeks before we're ready to afford that. Though at the rate that we're making money off the silage, you know, it could be just days away from making some serious moolah. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run down to the shop and pick up an X baler because we are going to make, or an X tractor, because we're going to make silage bales that are in a snake for the purpose of storing for our cows. And we're going to make a bunch of those from today's harvest. And we'll still sell a bunch of bales too, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of do that. Though, how are we going to get... I'm going to think about this for a minute, because the issue that we're going to have is that the baler that we've leased doesn't do... It automatically will wrap grass bales. You can't turn that off. So we're going to have to lease another baler. So I wonder if we could make square snakes. And we'll rent an X tractor that wraps square bales. Yeah. See, the hard thing is we've set up for round bales, but we could always make the transition now to square bales, because I believe all the equipment that we have that does the round bales are leased. The Anderson trailer, the Kuhn baler and wrapper, all of those items have been leased from the dealership. So let's take a look at what's ours and what we've leased. Sorry about my nose here, guys. I'm really struggling with these allergies this week. Get used to it. It's probably going to be another 2 or 3 weeks of this going on with my nose. It happens every year, and there's just not a whole lot I can do about it. It's like having a head cold for like 6 weeks straight. It sucks. I'm driving, cruising. This shop is so far away from the farm. I hate that. But what can you do? And my Xbox joystick is squeaking. Can you hear that? These cheap Walmart budget controllers. All right, so we're at the shop, and we're going to get out and visit the dealership and see what they have to offer us. Let's take a look at our garage first and see what we have leased. Yep, just like I thought. The pallet fork can go back. This can go back. And that can go back. So we're going to switch over to square bales. Sorry. So right now we're going to lease some stuff. I'm not going to buy anything, but actually we're going to wait. No, you know, we'll start harvesting. By the time I get all the stuff ferried back to the farm, it'll be ready to harvest. So let's take a look here. What we got? Well, we're currently at Case Farm right now, so we could go with Case equipment. We do have Deutz. Massey. Why don't we go with the Case? What is the requirement? Oh. I need a smaller square baler. 200. Because my tractor's just not big enough. It's too little. That one's only got 140 horsepower requirement. How about the Kuhn? The Kuhn's higher than that. No, 140. Oh, we'll take the Deutz one since it's a mod and something different. We're gonna fall protection. Oh, that's funny. Make sure your guy doesn't fall off when he's working on it. We're just gonna lease this. Okay, and what else do we need? Baling technology. A wrapper. Nope. I'm gonna lease this. And I like this trailer because it flat stacks stuff, which makes it easier to pick it up and move it around. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. Okay, and then that's not what I want. I didn't want to leave. What else do we need? So we got the wrapper and all this stuff. This is going to be for selling, but it's also going to be for us. So here we have the hybrid extractor, and we're going to grab this and lease that. So that should take care of our grass needs for the day. For a couple weeks even. Kind of speed production up a little bit with the baling portion. Though we still have to wrap, which of course you know takes forever, but what can you do? So we're gonna ferry this stuff back to the farm. And I'll catch you back when I'm done doing that. It takes forever, as you guys know, as you saw from the trip, how long it took me to get there. All these things need to go back, so. All right, I'll see you guys in a few moments. All right, we've taken delivery of all the equipment. I come home to find my grass does not have weeds, but my little strip of oats does. So we need to grab our tractor and take care of that. Sun's coming up at 6:30 in the morning. Took us a little while to get everything from the shop to the farm, but that's really not what I wanted. we go. Let's get a little Samson out and get him rigged up to do some groundwork. What we got here? We're going to switch over to our... Nope. There we go. Perfect. I hate care wheels, but so ugly. Let's go kill some weeds. Early morning weed patrol. Nobody stops weeds like Case and Edelbrock. All right. So we're ready to get out there and weed that little patch of happiness. Right there. Happy weeds growing blissfully. No idea that Hurricane Arthur is about to hit them with the claw. Wait a minute. Is it down? No. There we go. Kill off all these weeds. Hopefully we can do it in 2 passes, but it might be 3 passes. And that's okay. Unless it's midday, it's hard to tell. Where it's weeds and where it's not. Once you've killed them, you can kind of see it, but it's not a super clear, defined line. We've used this to plant grass. I suppose once we've sold a bunch of silage, we could also plant more of this with different crops. We don't have to keep it all grass, but the grass is really what's bringing the money in. Once again, it's kind of cheaty, starting from scratch, but making a lot of money. So once again, Hofgut Brook is a good map to do start from scratch, because they give you a lot of things to start with, a lot of resources. It's a little bit easier than the... Though the challenge is fun, too, of starting with nothing. There is a challenge to that that's fun. Turellian Alps would be a good map for that kind of setup, because it really gives you not a whole lot to start with. For those of you that have seen the Turellian Alps map, I like that map. I've always liked the Alps maps, and that one tickles my fancy. So we may... I don't think I'm going to do a series on it, but it's a nice map. The problem that I have is I get too many series running, especially on these single player, like where I'm just by myself, because I like trying new farms out. But I really cannot tell where I've been and where I haven't been. I don't think the weeds grew down on this end. I think they stopped somewhere along the way, which is one of those hard things about the game with the weeds. They don't grow evenly across the field. They grow in squares or blocks. So maps like this have a hard time. Estancia La Pacha was the same way. Hopefully I wasn't too quiet there. Was that okay? Hopefully you guys can hear me. There we go. I didn't have the mic like right in my face. It's a little bit better. Yeah, they start over there. See that? That's going to be a problem. Because we're going to have to watch the southern sector here because they may grow. Wait a minute, did it? What? It's like those grew after I weeded. Okay, so we need to take a break here and go another hour or two and let these grow in. Because what's happening is they're growing back where I've already weeded. And that's one of those weird pattern things. So we'll speed up time until it gets to be about 8 o'clock. We don't want them to grow another stage, but I also don't want to have to redo my work over and over again. So 720. That's super annoying when that happens. But hopefully this will allow them to grow all the way down the field so we're actually doing something. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yep. And they filled in. So it's a good thing we checked that. I'm kind of glad that actually happened while we were doing it. That's annoying. It's one of those things about this game that you got to really watch stuff like that. Because that can really catch you out if you're not careful. So we'll get this weeded. And then it's just a waiting game. So we'll, once it's done being weeded, I think we'll just call it an episode for the night. And we'll pick up again when we're ready to do some harvesting and more baling and selling of bales. So we make more money. Actually, before we leave, though, I may pick up some more cows. I don't want to get too many to the point where we're not feeding them, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get them fed all the way up. And then we'll put some bales into storage. If there's any left to sell after that, we'll sell them. But right now, we're sitting in a pretty good place financially. So I'm thinking about spending maybe $100,000 on cows. That'll leave us $185,000, or I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll leave us $185,000 in the bank, and it'll cover our leasing expenses and stuff until the next turn when we mow for selling silage. But we're going to add some more cows to our pasture. I don't know how many this one can hold, but I would imagine this is like the 300 cow pasture. In fact, while that's going, well, we'll just let them finish up here. But, yeah, you'll notice that they don't... I'm noticing the weeds are not growing on grass anymore. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but I actually planted this field with grass, I believe, if I remember right. And there's no weeds growing on that. And I had the same thing happen on New Woodshire. There's no... I never have to weed. So if you plant grass, once you've planted it, it seems like on some of the maps, I don't know if it's true of all maps, but the weeds don't seem to grow on the grass, which that does make life a little bit easier. So you may want to make the silage thing even more likable because you don't have to do this. But I don't mind this. This is kind of a cool step. Adds a little bit of realism to the game because weeds do grow on fields. And farmers do have to deal with that quite a bit. It's a big industry, killing off the weeds using pesticide. I'm sorry, herbicide and fungus. Fungus is a big issue. Also, like molds and stuff like that. So they have all kinds of sprays and stuff to prevent mold from growing. And then, of course, insects. The game has not made pesticide yet. Now, Farm Expert, once again, I do make a lot of comparisons because Farm Expert is such a goofy, crappy game, but yet it has so many things in it that Farm Sim just is still not including in their game or just starting to include in their game, including full calendar year. Farm Expert and Farmer's Dynasty likewise. Let me think about this. I don't think you can buy pesticide for Farmer's Dynasty. So Farm Expert was the only game I've ever played that actually has pesticide. And if you don't spray pesticide on your plants, you actually will end up with plants that have holes in them. And you lose yield on your crop. So if you go and look at your plants, they actually will have holes in the leaves for the areas that have the blight. And you'll actually see that the animals or the insects have eaten your leaves, and you lose that percentage of crop. So, and it's devastating in that game. If you have a field that had pests on it, it literally will kill 50% of the crop or more. So, it's kind of a cool addition. I wish that Farm Sim had something similar, though maybe not such a heavy penalty. But it, when those bugs eat your plants, and they have crop dusters in that game too. Now, you don't actually get to operate one, but you pay them like $200 or $300 and to spray a field, and the crop duster will come up out of the sky. You'll see him appear like after about 10 minutes of waiting. It's more like 2 minutes, and he'll go and he'll pass over the field and spray the crops. And you can actually see him. He only does one pass, but you can see them put the application down. The plane gets real low to the ground and flies over it and sprays all your crop. And it's a pretty cool thing. Once again, Farm Expert 17, I think, was the last one that they made. And then Farmer's Dynasty bought the engine, and now they have that game that we've been playing. But the game's got a lot of bugs. But if you can handle putting up with having to do most of the work yourself because the hired workers are garbage and the physics are terrible, the game's actually a lot of fun, and it does do a lot of things that Farm Sim just doesn't do. Like I said, calendar year, things are just handled differently, and in a good way. Things like pesticide, herbicide, fungicide, you have to worry about all of that stuff, and really taking care of your crops. And it's just different. It's a different take on a Farm Sim. So anyway, so that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and buy some cows here, and then we're going to call it an episode. But we've gotten quite a bit of stuff done overnight. That field is, I think these are 100%, right? Yep. It needs lime. What? Didn't I just lime this? I just limed this field. This won't, right? Does this need lime? Okay, no, this doesn't. So just that one little section needs lime. Okay, I must have missed that little spot here. But those crops are ready just to grow now. We don't have to do anything more to them, so they're done. Let's go ahead and drop the weed kit off. Dude. Let's do some tractor jumping there. But I do like the realism that they're adding into this game. I don't want to say that Farm Expert did it better, because it definitely is awfully buggy, and but from some perspectives, it does add some things that this game just doesn't have, and it's unique, and I like that. Different is good. All right, so we're gonna just pop the tractor here, and I don't remember where to go to buy the cows. I gotta have to go around and click doors until we find it. Nope. There they are. All right. How many cows do we have? We got black cows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. It tells us in the menu. Hang on. 95 cows. Wow, I didn't realize we had so many. Huh. Well, we're going to add to the herd. Black cows. 1. Well, we're just going to go to 2. I get to $100,000 of cows. We can do that evenly. I don't think so, but 99.99. Okay, that buys us a bunch of cows. So we now have how many cows? 132. Productivity 69%. And so we're going to have to get them more hay and silage. obviously, because we bought more cows, they're going to need more food. And we're going to have to get them more water. But that's easy because we got our cistern right there. And our water trailer. We can even use the milk trailer. I think that's what we did last time. But I don't remember. But we'll figure all that out. So in the next episode, we will be taking care of our cows. Getting them more water. And then we will also be mowing and doing some other crop stuff. Getting them the straw that they need because they need more straw now. But I'm pretty happy with the way this is going. We're making some good money. The cows will now produce milk faster. I would imagine pretty much every morning we should have enough milk to take to the store. Maybe. We'll see. But that's $22,000 right there. So we're just going to start making money with this farm. All right, guys. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And we'll see you next time on Hofgut. Brook. Bye.